In an unprecedented escalation of the decades-long nuclear standoff, the United States has executed large-scale military strikes against Iran's most critical nuclear facilities, dramatically altering the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. Codenamed Operation Midnight Hammer, the mission, authorized directly by President Donald Trump, targeted the heavily fortified enrichment sites at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan in a coordinated overnight assault involving stealth bombers, submarine-launched missiles, and cutting-edge bunker-busting munitions. Sprengfull Angst. According to exclusive Pentagon briefings provided to major U.S. networks, the operation commenced at 23:45 local time on June 21st, when 7 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers departed Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, embarking on a clandestine 18-hour round-trip mission requiring multiple mid-air refuelings. Simultaneously, 2 Ohio-class submarines positioned in the northern Indian Ocean prepared to launch cruise missiles. The B-2s penetrated Iranian airspace undetected, dropping 6 30,000-pound GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators, MOPs, the largest non-nuclear bombs in the U.S. arsenal, on the subterranean Fordow complex buried beneath 260 feet of mountain rock. At precisely 02:17 Tehran time, submarine-launched Tomahawk missiles struck above-ground research facilities at Natanz and Isfahan, where intelligence indicated uranium conversion and centrifuge production were ongoing. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth later confirmed over 98% of ordnance reached designated targets, calling it the most complex air operation since Desert Storm. Initial battle damage assessments, shared by the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, reveal catastrophic structural damage at Fordow, with satellite imagery showing collapsed tunnel entrances and ventilation shafts buried under debris. The mountain itself appears to have shifted, stated a senior Pentagon analyst speaking anonymously to CNN. At Natanz, still recovering from Israeli sabotage in early June, secondary explosions suggested stored chemicals ignited after the initial strikes. Crucially, U.S. officials emphasized no radiological release endangered civilians. "We surgically disabled enrichment capacity while containing contamination," Joint Chiefs Chair General Daniel Kane asserted during a pre-dawn briefing. President Trump addressed the nation from the Oval Office at 7 a.m. EST, framing the strikes as a necessary and proportionate response to Iran's reckless nuclear extortion. He revealed that the decision followed Iran's rejection of a final ultimatum presented via Omani mediators on June 20th, demanding full cessation of uranium enrichment. "While we exhausted every diplomatic channel," Trump stated, "the regime in Tehran accelerated its march toward weapons-grade material, hoarding enough enriched uranium for 15 nuclear warheads." Secretary of State Marco Rubio echoed this, citing irrefutable intelligence that Iran had begun installing advanced IR-9 centrifuges at Fordow, capable of rapidly producing weapons-grade uranium. The reaction from Tehran was swift and incendiary. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei vowed severe revenge during a nationally televised speech, while President Masoud Pezeshkian accused Washington of state terrorism. Iran's UN ambassador announced an emergency Security Council session condemning the strikes as a flagrant violation of international law. Crucially, Iranian military commanders hinted at asymmetric retaliation, with IRGC Aerospace Commander Amir Ali Hajizadeh warning, "The Zionist regime and its American patrons will soon regret their arrogance from positions of vulnerability." Regional analysts anticipate multiple retaliatory pathways. Potential blockades of the Strait of Hormuz, through which 20% of global oil transits. Cyber attacks targeting U.S. infrastructure, or strikes via proxy forces like Yemen's Houthi rebels. U.S. Central Command has already elevated force protection levels across all Middle Eastern bases, deploying additional Patriot missile batteries to locations in Iraq, Syria, and Bahrain. Oil prices surged 4.2% in early trading amid fears of supply disruptions. Internationally, reactions split sharply. The UK, Germany, and Saudi Arabia tacitly endorsed the operation as regrettable but necessary, while Russia, China, and France issued blistering condemnations. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres warned of a regional conflagration with no winners. Significantly, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman reportedly urged Washington privately to finish what was started, reflecting Gulf states' deep anxieties about Iran's nuclear progress. Domestically, the strikes exposed fractures within Trump's political coalition, while Senate Republicans like Lindsey Graham praised the courageous decision. Influential voices in Trump's America First base, including Steve Bannon and J.D. Vance, privately criticized the move as neocon adventurism, according to sources close to the White House. Democratic leaders denounced the unilateral action, with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer demanding Congress reassert its war powers authority. No president can plunge us into war without accountability. As tensions escalate, the Pentagon acknowledges Iran's capacity for calibrated retaliation. They won't respond immediately or predictably, warned former CENTCOM commander General Joseph Votel in an interview with Fox News. Cyber warfare, mining commercial shipping lanes, or attacks on U.S. diplomats, these are their likely tools. Meanwhile, Tehran faces a dilemma. Overwhelming retaliation risks devastating U.S. counterstrikes, while inaction could shatter the regime's credibility. The White House extended an unexpected diplomatic off-ramp late Monday, with Secretary Rubio announcing, should Iran cease all nuclear activities and submit to verifiable disarmament, sanctions relief negotiations can commence immediately. Yet, with IRGC naval forces conducting live-fire exercises near Hormuz and U.S. carrier groups en route to the Persian Gulf, the region inches closer to open conflict. As Defense Secretary Hegseth soberly noted, the next move is Tehran's. We hope they choose peace, but we are prepared for war.